Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. So Detroit will get the first possession. Here's Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Mirovic defending. Tries it from 9. And Dumars gets it to go.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him. Get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Here's Stockton. There's the pick. Here is Mirovic. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And it's Detroit's ball.
I was able to talk with Quinn Snyder for a moment.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Back to Thomas. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And so it's Utah here with the ball. 4-point game. Stockton with it. Back to Mirovic. Pass to Malone. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Mirovic.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Now here's Thomas. Stockton outside. Outside Mirovic. Kicks it out to Malone. Back to Mirovic. Clock is at 3. Stockton outside. There's the triple. That's good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Now here's Dumars. And Dumars gets it to go.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
And here's Mirovic. Near the step back. And again, it's Utah.
Got himself into a really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Dumars with it. Pass to Wallace. Outside Thomas. Lanier. And he takes that one up and powers it through. Here's Stockton. Outside Mirovic. Right side Mirovic. And again it's Utah.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Outside Thomas. Poke loose. Pass to Stockton. Now, here is Mirovic. And here's Malone. 6 to shoot. Malone, left side. Here's Mirovic. And the shot falls short this time. The Pistons trailing. Thomas with the ball. An emphatic alley-oop jam. The Jazz on offense. Back to Mirovic. Pass to Stockton. Dantley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Thomas. Hill left side. Back to Thomas. Grant Hill on the wing. Fader on the way. That's good. Now Stockton. Outside, Maravich. Eaton. Back to Maravich. Tries to save it. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Utah trailing here. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. There's the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now, here's Dumars. Pass to Wallace. Outside Hill. Here's Dumars. Thomas with the ball. Now, here's Thomas. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Maravich left side. Maravich left side. Off target with his 3. And here's Dumars. They lead by 1. To the inside. That's good. He's got 6. Utah calls timeout. And Utah has possession. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Pass to Maravich. Clock at 6. Stolen by Dumars. Pass break, here we go. Now, here's Thomas. Now, here's Dumars. And here is Hill. Gives him the lead pass. Won't. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that one misses. Here is Maravich. There's the pick. Pass to Stockton. 5 on the clock. Now, here is Maravich. Trying to get back on track. And he gets it to go. He's got 6. The Pistons lead it. Here's Dumars. Back to Thomas. Pass to Wallace. Wallace right side. Now, here is Hill. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Here's Stockton. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And here's Dumars. He's got 6. Grant Hill on the wing. Back to Dumars. Pass to Thomas. Always with the ball. No luck.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Malone down low. Here's Stockton. That one rolling around and rims out. Here's Wallace. So it's Detroit now. 3-point lead. Now Dumars. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Outside, Maravich. From outside the arc, and the shot is good. He's got 9.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving. He's been a key contributor for them this quarter.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Pass to Hamilton. And here's DeBusschere. Backing down is DeBusschere. Billups with the ball. Griffin down low. Billups, 6 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And Utah has possession. Trailing by 4. Here is Hayward. Here is Hayward. Here's Gobert. Here is Hayward. And the Jazz, another 3. Now here's Billups. Pass to Griffin. Left side, Griffin. And he gets it to go. On offense, here are the Jazz. It's a 3-point game. Now Hornacek. Hornacek with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Kirilenko. From about 19 feet. And again, it's Utah. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Billups up top. Right side, Griffin. Back to Billups. Shoots the 3. That is good. 5 points in the game.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Back to Hornacek. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Now Hamilton. Here's Stackhouse. A pass to DeBusschere. The 17-footer. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Pistons ahead. Stay with us. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think? Here is Hayward. Here is Hayward. Back to Hornacek. Here's Gobert. That one's good from the corner. So it's Detroit now. They lead by 4. Outside Billups. Here's Stackhouse. From downtown. Oh, that's blocked. Here is Hayward. Pass to Hornacek. Griffin. Lock at 6. Always going after the alley-oop here. Up high to stop the alley-oop. Now here's Billups. 5 points in the game. DeBusschere inside. And the slam by Blake Griffin. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Utah calls timeout. The Pistons making a change here. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. There's the screen. Up top, Hornacek. Pass to Mitchell. From deep. But he recovers it. Here is Hayward. Here's Mitchell. Here's Mitchell.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Now to Busher. Millsap with the steal. Here's Mitchell. Here is Hayward. Pass to Mitchell. A three ball. And he gets it to go. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Stackhouse. And Griffin backs in. Stackhouse. 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Utah. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And he gets the bucket. He's got 5.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
There's a good screen. Pass to Rodman. Here's Stackhouse. Can they get it? No good. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And here's Hornacek. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Inside, Gobert. It's rebounded by DeBusschere.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Rodman. Back to DeBusschere. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Bing. Hits the close-range jumper.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Here's Stockton. Pass to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Rodman. The Pistons trailer. Always with the ball. Outside Thomas. From deep three-point range. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here comes Stockton. He's got 5. Pass to Mitchell. From beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Malone down low. Malone, good.
Well, they really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose Karens, stacking up second chance buckets in big piles.
Thomas with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Hill fires the 3, and that is good. 7 points in the game.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Now here's Stockton. Stockton left side. Stockton left side. Now Hill. He has 7. Thomas with the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Well, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
And the Pistons making a change here. And the Jazz with possession here. Dantley. Pass to Maravich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. And here is Thomas. They set the pick. Outside Thomas. Outside Hill. And there's another one for the Pistons. And Utah has possession. Now here's Stockton. He's got 5. Here is Maravich. Pass to Stockton. Right at the free throw line. And he hits the jump shot. 7 points in the game.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Back to Wallace. Wallace left side. Now here's Dumars. Lanier. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Here comes Stockton. He has 7. Stockton right side. Thomas. Detroit with the ball. On offense, here are the Jazz. Here's the screen. Clock at 6. Throws it up high. Dantley passed to Malone. Stockton outside. Stockton right side. Baseline try. It's blocked.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Outside Thomas. And here's Dumars. Launches a 3. Good. 9 points in the game so far. Utah trailing here. And here's Stockton. He's got 7. Poked away. Pass to Maravich. Stockton outside. Shot clock at 6. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And here comes Dumars. He's got 9. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Lanier. The kick out to Dumars. Outside Hill. 4 on the shot clock. Hill left side. Tries from 16. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Now, here is Maravich. Stockton outside. On deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 13.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Utah leading. Outside Maravich. They set the pick. Pass to Stockton. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And the Jazz making a change here. On the clock. And it's blocked. But he stays with it. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's Thomas. Outside Hill. Pass to Dumars. 6 to shoot. They set the screen. Shot from the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here comes Stockton. He's got 13. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
The Pistons trail it. Billups with the ball. He's got 5. He lobs it up. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. Here comes Maravich. No luck. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. John Stockton really has his fingerprints all over this one. Pass to Maravich. Clock at 6. Maravich left side. Stolen by Thomas. And they're pushing it up. Hill inside. And that one's good. He's got 13.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Pass to Maravich. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
The Pistons lead it. Thomas inside. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Here's Dumars. He's got 9. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Left side, Thomas. Pass to Hill. Just 4 to shoot. Utah with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Stockton outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. And it's tied up with that one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Now, here's Doom. Pass to Hill. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Dumars. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Here's Hill. Now Maravich. 13 points in the game. Utah calls timeout. They gotta like what... Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now, here is Maravich. Now, here's Stockton. Maravich left side. Just 5 to shoot. The 9-footer's on the mark. 15 points in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Thomas. Lanier. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Thomas. Utah with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Stockton outside. Outside, Maravich. Teardrop shot. The shot misses. And here is Hill. 15 points in the game. Thomas with the ball. Pass to Dumars. Outside Thomas. Lanier for 3. Thomas's shot is off. Utah trailing here. Now Stockton. He's got 13. Now, here is Maravich. They set the pick. Maravich left side. Blocked. Now, here is Hill. Hill left side. Pass to Dumars. And here is Thomas. Right side, Thomas. And it's blocked. But he gets it back. They get it back. Won't. Here's Stockton. Pass to Maravich. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And a different look here for the Pistons. 2 on the clock. It's good. This game is all even. He's got 5.
And also, he catches a lot of defenders off balance, Steve, with his ability to pull up and drain shots off the bounce. It's a very effective skill to have.
Here's Stackhouse. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Here's Mitchell. He's got 5. Pass to Stockton. Outside Millsap. Here's Mitchell. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Now, here's Stackhouse. Now, DeBusschere. Here's Stackhouse. Good on the three-point shot. He has 5.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Stockton up top. Here is Hayward. Pass to Millsap. Stockton outside. Pulls it up. The shot is off. And here's DeBusschere. With the lead pass. And that one's good by Rodman. And here are the Jazz now. They trail by 7. Stockton up top. Such a wide open look. He's got 8.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Stackhouse. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's DeBusschere. And he gets it to go. Utah with the ball. Stockton with it. He's got 13. Pass to Mitchell. Shoots a 3. And again, it's the Jazz from deep. Here are the Pistons with the ball. It's a three-point game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. The Pistons making a change here. Back to Rodman, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Mitchell. Here is Hayward. 6 on the shot clock. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Pass to Rodman. Griffin with it. Here's Stackhouse. Sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for him. So it's Utah now. Trailing here by 8. Now Hornacek. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Millsap. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Dave DeBusschere. The Pistons making a change here. Here's Stackhouse. 8 points for him. Pass to Rodman. That's good. And here's Hornacek. Here's Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Here is Hayward. Hayward can't hit. The Pistons leading. Here's Stackhouse. Lets it go with the three. The offensive rebound. And that one's good. He's got 12.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 8. He tries for 3. Here's Millsap. Here's Gobert. From down in the low post, it goes.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
There's a screen. Big. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
And here's Hornacek. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Got a piece of it. Now, here is the jump hook. Utah with the rebound.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Pass to Mitchell. Here is Hayward. The 3, and that one's good. 11 points in the game. Bing. Misses. The third quarter comes to a close. The Pistons on top. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Now, here is Maravich. Here is Hayward. Here is Hayward. Here's Gobert. Tries again. Detroit with the ball. Here's Phillips. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Utah trailing here. Griffith. Pass to Kirilenko. Here is Hayward. Takes a three. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Hamilton with it. Six on the shot clock. Here's Stackhouse. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried.
He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagel, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Here's Gobert. Here's Gobert. Off with the layup.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Maravich with the steal. Here is Hayward. Pass to Kirilenko. Five to shoot. Maravich. Shot, high post. And there's another one for the Jazz.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. It's blocked. Here is Hayward. Outside, Maravich. Makes it off the glass. 19 points in the game.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
And here is Billups. DeBusschere with it. And that one's good. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now, here is Maravich. Outside Kirilenko. Here is Hayward. Back to Kirilenko. 6 to shoot. Griffith. Impressive fadeaway right there.
Kevin, that's beautiful. With the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
Now Billups. Pass to Hamilton. Now, here is DeBusschere. Guarded by Kirilenko. The jump hook. DeBusschere can't get the basket. They set the screen. Now, here is Now, here's Billups. Ripped away. One-on-one fast break. Griffith. And he gets it to go. And here is Billups. Pass to Hamilton. And here's DeBusschere. Guarded by Kirilenko. No block shot. That's good. Maravich with it. Here's Gobert. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. The Pistons making a change here. The Pistons leading. Outside, Billups. Pass to Hill. Maravich with the steal. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam. Here's Billups. Back to Wallace. Outside Hill. Outside Billups. Pass to Hill. There's a good screen. Back to Billups. That three off the mark. And stolen by Hamilton. Outside Billups. Right side Billups. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Outside for Stockton. Stockton left side. Pass to Kirilenko. No good. That would have tied it. Billups with the ball. Grant Hill on the wing. Back to Billups. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Now here is Hamilton. Hamilton up top. Pass to Billups. Back to Hamilton. Clock at 6. Just his first attempt. Nice jump shot. Good. Now Maravich. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Pass to Kirilenko. Back to Maravich. Now here's Kirilenko. The Jazz again can't hit it. Now Billups. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Utah trailing here. Now here's Stockton. And here is Billups. Pass to Wallace. Outside Hill. Outside Billups. Hamilton with it. Shot clock at 6. Outside Billups. Fades away. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Just one bucket for him here in the fourth quarter. I mean, his touch just hasn't been there.
Pass to Kirilenko. Right side Maravich. The finger roll finish at the bucket. 21 points in the game.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle.
The Pistons making a change here. Now the Pistons with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Hill. Hill left side. Down low. And stolen by Malone. Here's Stockton. And again, it's Pete Maravich.
And Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the court, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season.
Lanier. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Dantley. And Utah again with the bucket. Now Thomas. With some arc. And there's the rejection. Stockton with it. Outside Maravich. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He's got 25.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Back to Thomas. Pass to Dumars. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. And here's Stockton. Malone outside. Outside Maravich. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Pocket 4. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points. Now, here's Dumars. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep. Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Stolen by Dumars. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that... So he gets them both. And
outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
Utah calls timeout. What do you think, guys? Outside, Maravich. Stockton. Outside, Maravich. Dantley from the arc. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Pulls up. And that one goes out. And so it's the Pistons. Grant Hill.
Ran up on him. I ain't say that.